If I love my body, I love myself, yeah, yeah. And I love making 10 grand a day. Welcome to the Shaft Show, where the star of the show is you. The biggest killer in the West right now is yourself. That means suicide is taking more people's lives than ever before. In a time of abundance, we're finding less meaning. And this is why I've created my mantra. I love my life, I love my body, I love myself, and I love making 10 grand a day. I want to give you a free gift. Do that 108 times for 1 month and see what positive changes happen in your life. The mission of the Shaft Show is if I could change one person's inner monologue from I hate myself to I love myself, then I get to save one person's life. That's not a bad thing, is it? This is why I'm here. So join the Shaft Show online and in real life and become healthier, wealthier, sexier, and sober. So make sure you hit that like, but the most important thing you could do right now, with all these free gifts and meditations, I want you to press that subscribe button. Without the subscribe buttons, I can't get out of these loopholes of not having a home every time I come to London, and hopefully one day I could afford my own home. So come on, let's go, click that subscribe. And today's episode is sponsored by the Shaft Method. Check out a library of online courses for personal development at www.tantrawithshaft.com. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the universal tools in all religions. This is like, if you're a seeker looking for meaning, this is a little handbook. Now, today we delve deep into the core tools found across all major religions. This is about creating your own belief system, this episode. It's not about starting a cult. No, I did do that, and it did work. And so, as I do have a bit of a background in starting huge movements around the world, I want to give you my tools for free. You're going to get a lot of benefit, a lot of value from this podcast, so keep on watching till the end. So these elements present themselves in various forms across all religions. So many spiritual seekers are looking for something outside of themselves. And in my own journey, all the journey that leads us is back to myself. All roads lead to the same place. We're walking each other home, basically. As Ram Dass once said, we're going to be coming back home to ourselves. And the kingdom of God lies within. We're going to be exploring in this episode the universal tools that you can incorporate into a modern belief system tailored for you. So you can create your own one. So let me introduce myself. My name is Shaft Uddin, Shaft Islam Uddin. Yes, my middle name is Islam. Now, isn't that funny? I work with belief systems. That's my job. How awesome is that? I get to inspire you to help you find more meaning, find more clarity, certainty around the simulation that we're in. If we are in a simulation, there are some cheat codes. If the hero's journey is anything to go by, such as modern mythos as Simba in Lion King, Harry Potter in Harry Potter, Luke in the first trilogy, which is the second trilogy, Luke Skywalker, Star Wars, that's what I'm talking about. Basically Frodo as well, and Bilbo, all of them have exactly the same journey. They leave home. They get a call for adventure. They meet a mischievous character who happens to be a bit of a wild an elder, like Gandalf and Yoda. They take them on an adventure. They train them. They teach them up. They go into the Valley of Despair where they lose everything. Oh, this is just from memory. There is an actual thing. I wonder if I could find it. Hero's Journey. Hero's Journey in films. I always go to images because I'm a visual guy. And this is kind of like the Neo as well. This is Here it is. Who would you like to have? We're gonna go for Frodo because I like Lord of the Rings the best. So Frodo lives comfortably in the Shire and visits Bilbo. Now all of them have this. So Luke Skywalker lives on a moisture farm in Tatooine. Then they are in the ordinary world. Then the call to adventure happens. So Gandalf tells Frodo that he must destroy the One Ring. And for Luke, R2-D2 gives Luke the message from Princess Leia asking Obi-Wan Kenobi to help her. Then, oh God, this is big. I love it. So bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. This is important because if you're a man, woman, and everyone in between, this is your spiritual journey. So the call to adventure. Then there's the refusal of the call. So Harry doesn't believe... Oh, sorry, not Harry. Luke is reluctant to accept Obi-Wan's offer. And Frodo is reluctant to leave the life he knows. Then meeting with the mentor. So Gandalf introduces Frodo to the Fellowship of the Ring. And Obi-Wan's a funky lad. Kenobi gives Luke his father's lightsaber and offers to train him. Luke to be a Jedi like his father. Then there's crossing the threshold. Can anyone relate to this, by the way? In your own hero's journey, that is your life. So Luke accompanies Obi-Wan to Alderaan to deliver the plans of the Death Star to Leia's father. And the Fellowship set up on their journey to Mount Doom. So from crossing the threshold, they get to test the allies and enemies. The Fellowship face a Balrog, who drags Gandalf into the pit. Run, you fools! And Han Solo and Chewbacca agree to take Luke to Obi-Wan to Alderaan. So this is the test, allies and enemies. Then it goes into the next part, which is approach to the innermost cave. The Death Star destroys Alderaan. They invade the Death Star and saves Princess Leia. Frodo sees the ring's corrupted power and goes forward alone with Sam. And approach to the innermost cave. Then it goes into the ordeal. Gollum leads Frodo away from Sam to Shelob's lair, but Sam saves him. And for Luke, the group rescue Leia, but Darth Vader kills Obi-Wan Kenobi in the process. The ordeal, the reward. This is literally my life. Then Luke decides to join the rebels to destroy the Death Star, and Frodo, corrupted by the ring's power, no longer wants to destroy it. The reward, then the road back. Gollum bites off Frodo's ring finger, and jumps after it to his death. My precious. Luke refuses Han Solo's offer to leave, choosing to help overcome the Galactic Empire. So from the road back, we're going to the resurrection. Luke remembers Obi-Wan's advice. Use the Force, Luke, to help him destroy the Death Star. And Sauron is defeated by Frodo. And Sam reunite with the Fellowship. Then at the very last end, the resurrection into the return with the elixir. Traumatized Frodo leaves Middle-earth to live in the Grey Havens with the elves. And Luke wins a medal and takes his first step to becoming a Jedi. Now, my life has literally been like that. I'm in it right now. I'm in London. I've gone full circle, did 10 years working in the esoteric realms of Tantra, teaching and empowering men and women and everybody in between to find fulfillment in their lives. And I notice that every single religion has this element. The element of prayer. Christians, they have the Lord's Prayer, a meditative prayer. Muslims have Salah, 5 daily prayers. The Jews have Amida prayer, a silent meditation. The Hindus have mantras, meditations. Buddhists have meditations like Vipassana and Metta, loving kindness meditation. And spiritual people have positive affirmations. I love my life. I love my body. I love myself. And mindfulness practice. Can you see the Can you see the similarities? So I've created a lot of belief systems too, to be clear, and mine come from the 10 principles of Burning Man. Every single religion and corporation has a company ethos. If you have a brand, you will have some principles that your company run with. Christians have the 10 commandments, the teachings of Jesus. Muslims, the 5 pillars of Islam, Sharia law. The Jews have the 10 commandments. Now, if I get these pronunciations wrong, I do apologize. I'm from London, innit? Halacha, Jewish law. Hindus, yamas and niyamas, ethical rules. Buddhists, the noble. I got a list. I've been prepared. Buddhists, the noble eighth path, 5 precepts, and spiritual ethical codes are universal principles of kindness and honestness, and using the words like oneness. Communal worships and singing. Have you noticed every single religion has some kind of devotional singing? Christians, gospel choirs and hymns. Muslims, the reciting the Quran. Jews, synagogues, chants and Shabbat songs. Hindus, kirtans, devotional singings and bhajans. Buddhists, chanting sutras, meditation groups. Spiritual people are just taking everything that's cool from everyone and turning it into pop songs like the Hanuman Project and the Catanias and Kula Shaker. Sacred objects is another one. Christians have the cross and rosaries. Muslims have prayer beads and the Kaaba. Jews have the Star of David and Teflin. Hindus have Malabar statues of their deities. Hindus have prayer beads, Buddha statues, and spiritual people have fashionable prayer beads, crystals, and personal talismans. So there is an object, a tactile object where they put their devotion into. Now, the next one is rituals and ceremonies. So this is like taking you into the world of whichever religion you choose. So Christians have baptisms. Muslims have Hajj, the pilgrimage, and Eid celebrations. Jews have Bar Mitzvah and Passover, Seder. Hindus have pujas, worship rituals, festivals like Diwali. Buddhists have Veska and meditation retreats. And spiritual people, we do things like solstice and full moon rituals, new moon rituals. Now, every single religion has this as well. Scriptures and texts. So the Christians have the Bible, Muslims have the Quran, Jews have the Torah and Talmud. Hindus have the Bhagavad Gita and the Vedas and the Tantras. Buddhists have Tripitaka, Mahayana Sutras, and spiritual people have the Power of Now. That's a little joke. They also have, this one isn't a joke, What is Tantra by Uddin. You can buy that on my website, tantrashaft.com. Check it out. Then there's these famous pilgrimage. Christians have pilgrimages to Jerusalem. Muslims have a pilgrimage to Mecca. Jews have a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, the Western Wall. Hindus have pilgrimage to Varanasi. I really want to go there. And the Kumbh Mela. Buddhists have a pilgrimage to Bodh Gaya and Lumbini. Spiritual people have a journey to Burning Man and Bali. Almsgiving and charity. This is true. Christians, they do have charitable donations. Muslims, Jews, Hindus, they all have all of these selfless acts of service. So Christians have tithing, Muslims have zakat and sadak. Jews have tzedakah. Hindus have dana and seva. I know seva. Buddhists have dana. And spiritual people, we give away our money on Instagram. And practical tips for incorporating these tools. So, how does this relate to you? When you are rock bottom, I know you all pray to somebody. So pray to somebody. Your prayers are very often heard. Usually a big prayer is, God, show me a sign. That's a big prayer. Check out Neville Goddard's Talking with God? Letters to God? Can't remember. It's something like that. Conversations with God. That's it. Community engagement. So incorporating this by going to certain places where people gather. Now, if you're spiritual, I'm not spiritual, by the way. I was mentally ill for a very long time, and now I'm not, because I discovered a thing called Tantra, and that really helped me overcome all of my mental illnesses. And you do that through community. So finding a community of like-minded people that could help and support you. But also create a belief system. So I want to share with you my belief systems that change the world. And in today's meditation or homework that I'm going to give you, I want everybody to create their belief system. Let's say 3 things that you want to live by. This becomes your North Star. This becomes the foundation of who you are. So let's say mine is, I love my life, I love my body, I love myself, and I love making 10 grand a day. So those words have meaning behind it. It's not just like that sentence. There's a lot of weight behind it that makes a lot of sense for me. So when I was a unicorn, I channeled the 10 principles of unicornia when I was in Jerusalem. I did a meditation, a very powerful meditation. I sat there in stillness, in silence, in the old city of Jerusalem. I could see the Wailing Wall. I could hear the Wailing Wall. I could see the Wailing Wall and the Muslim Golden Dome. And I could see both of them. And I closed my eyes and I connected to my higher self. Back then, he was a unicorn god, a pegacorn god, a winged unicorn with a beautiful, powerful, almost crusader-like armor. He flew out of my body. I did an astral projection. I landed somewhere where it was war-torn and there was people coming out of the rubbles, and I pulled out my sword of truth out of my spine, planted it into the ground, and all of this beautiful energy, this glittery awakening happened on the land, and everyone came out of the rubbles, taking off all of the dust and everything, and then they turned into their most fabulous, sexy self. And that became my mission on the planet like a decade ago, 7 years. And that's what I did. Hashtag spread the sparkle. And that's where I got my 10 principles of unicornia, which changed the world. Millions and billions of people wanted to become unicorns. Remember that time in human history where you couldn't go anywhere without a unicorn symbol somewhere, and everyone said, I'm a unicorn. I created that. And it came in the form of a belief system. Now, I'm going to share it with you. Number 1, always be fabulous. In fact, I want you to stop what you're doing and have a listen to this. See how you can incorporate this into your daily life or be inspired by it to create your own belief system. Number 1, always be fabulous to one another, and the universe will deliver. Give with all of your heart, and you will receive love, love, love. It's nice, huh? Number 2, when you shine, you enable others to shine around you. As unicorns are always adorned in glitter. Number 3, if you love everyone, there will be more. Have many lovers and love all of them. Make out and make love with a pure heart and make everyone feel fabulous and sexy. This is key to spreading the sparkle. It was a polyamorous movement. Yes, it was. I was deeply, deeply, deeply polyamorous back then, and I still am in many ways. I am also monogamous. So if you're single, leave a comment below. 44 and Aquarian. Okay, number 4. You can't cage a unicorn. We are a symbol of freedom. We live free and we never age. So be fabulous, have fun and play. Number 5, we are all gods and goddesses. We create the heaven we want to live in. But remember, with a great horn comes fabulous responsibilities. Number 6, fabulousness attracts fabulousness. There is no uniform in unicorn. That is why we are so fabulously unique. Number 7, a unicorn is never late nor on time. They arrive when they mean to arrive, bringing the party with them. That's from Gandalf. That's how much my life is influenced by geeky things. Number 8, be kind and help others. This is a Seva. But make sure you help yourself first so you're at 100% sparkle. This way your powers can go further. Unicorns believe whatever life throws at you, it'll always turn out sparkly in the end. Else it's not the end. Isn't that sweet? Number 9, dedicate yourself to your dreams. Be pure with your intentions, share your goals, and the power of manifestation will whip it up from the universe. And finally, number 10, never be afraid of change. Embrace it. You wouldn't be here now if you didn't change. They are the 10 principles of Unicornia. I then repackaged them for my book, What is Tantra? Now, I noticed the first time I did this, I started a global movement. There's a huge documentary made about it, and I was on stages from Coco to Burning Man to Glastonbury. It was huge. I got even bigger, repackaging exactly the same thing, but in a different cover called Tantra. So number 1 in the 10 principles to your sacred sexual awakening is, number 1, repeat after me. I love myself. Let go of society's conditionings, embody the God-Goddess you were born to be, and find inner peace and know that you are enough. Number 2, I love my body. Learn to worship this alive temple. Love your body every day and unlock its infinite potential. All of the answers lie within. Number 3, follow your passions. Number 3, I love my life. Follow your passions and feel alive every day. Find your purpose and start being in service to our planet with your unique gifts. Number 4, I am love. Repeat after me. I am love. Share love freely. The more you love yourself, the more you can love others. Cure addiction with human connection. Heal loneliness by finding the one, yourself. Number 5, I live in harmony. Find world peace through intimacy. No more blaming and shaming between men and women, but transparent communication, shared vulnerability, authenticity, and co-creation. Number 6, I trust and surrender. Repeat after me. I trust and surrender. Listen to your body. Let it be your compass. Connect with your head, heart, and sex and spirit when making a decision for a full yes to life. And number 7, I practice presence. Repeat after me. I practice presence. Stop living in the past, depression, worrying about the future, anxiety, by becoming fully present in this moment. Number 8, I believe in myself. Whatever you believe in comes true. So start believing in yourself and create your own reality. Be inspired by others and create your own badass belief system. So that's the kind of guy I am. I want you to do it yourself. I got some tricks. Here's some tricks. You can do it. Number 9. I am abundance. Nature is abundant and we are nature. Instead of chasing the feeling of not having enough, become the feeling of being enough. Share your gifts and help others, and make sure you help yourself first, just like the other one. And finally, number 10. I thrive in my environment. I thrive in my environment. Learn to thrive rather than survive in a community that loves and supports you, and be aligned, and who are aligned to your beliefs. There's an old unicorn proverb that says fabulousness attracts fabulousness. So they are my values that I live by. I've condensed it down now. And I want you to create your own one. Create something. Find out what you stand for. What are your core beliefs? Because then you have a foundation of who you are. How do you want to see the world? How do you want to see your body? How do you want to create and manifest the heaven you want to live in? You got to start somewhere. Write in the comments below. Tell me where you're from. I'd love to know what do you believe in? What is your core belief system? What is that number one thing? Is it freedom? Is it safety? Is it healing? What is it? Because you got to remember, this stage of your life, this will be the loudest belief system. If it's healing, that's your biggest thing. You got to remember, you're going to heal. You heal. You get a cut, you heal. So decide what is not just for this moment, but for the whole moments in your life. You might have noticed a pattern in my one. It's all about loving everyone, finding freedom, and helping humanity. That's my thing. But also helping yourself. It's like by helping yourself, you're helping others. It's like a big toric field of abundance. So if you found value in this little beautiful love stream, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Share this with somebody. I gave you some beautiful factual things around all the major religions. This can also be found in Burning Man and certain spiritual conscious communities around the world. By adopting these universal tools, you can create a robust personal belief system that nurtures your spiritual growth and your personal development, and you create some values you can live by. This enhances your connection to the divine and to others, and to call in like-minded people. So I want to say thank you, I love you, and I set you free. You've been listening to The Shaft Show. And remember, the star of the show is you. And repeat my mantra that I want you to install into your hard drive, which is, I love my life. I love my body. I love myself. And I love making 10 grand a day. So let's change lives together. One positive thought at a time. If we could change one person's inner monologue from I hate myself to I love myself, then we'll get to save one person's life. So stay healthy, wealthy, sexy, and sober. And a big thanks to our sponsor, The Shaft Method. Visit www.tantrashaft.com for a vast library of online courses around Tantra and personal development. Make sure if you found value in this, smash up that like, share this, and subscribe. And let's build a juicy Shaft Show community online and in real life, and let's start getting to the next level, feeling more fulfilled, and sharing this juicy energy that is ourselves with everybody that is open to their awakening. So I will see